Maryland exam. 1 to 50 questions. Part 1. Question 1. Maryland real estate license law is administered by the 1. Maryland Council on Housing Matters. 2. Maryland Real Estate Commission. 3. Maryland Association of Realtors. 4. Department of Housing and Urban Development. Answer. 2. Maryland real estate license law is administered by the Maryland Real Estate Commission. There is no Council of Housing Matters in Maryland, and the Association of Realtors is a trade organization. The Department of Housing and Urban Development is a federal agency. Question 2. How are members of the Real Estate Commission selected? 1. They are appointed by the Secretary of Labor, Licensing, and Regulation. 2. They are appointed by the Maryland Association of Realtors. 3. The Governor appoints the commissioners, with the advice and consent of the State Senate, and the advice of the Secretary of Labor, Licensing, and Regulation. 4. The commissioners are elected at large by other licensees. Answer. 3. The Governor appoints the members of the Real Estate Commission, and the State Senate gives its advice and consent. The Secretary of Labor, Licensing, and Regulation also gives advice. Question 3. What is the total number of real estate commissioners in Maryland? 1. 4. 2. 5. 3. 9. 4. 10. Answer. 3. There are 9 real estate commissioners in Maryland. Question 4. A professional member of the commission must have been 1. A resident of the area he or she represents for at least 4 years immediately before the appointment. 2. Licensed as a real estate broker, associate broker, or salesperson for at least 10 years immediately before the appointment. 3. A licensee for 5 years prior to appointment. 4. A licensed real estate broker for at least 10 years immediately prior to appointment. Answer. 2. The professional member must have been licensed for 10 years immediately prior to appointment, and have lived in the area he or she represents for 5 years. The professional member may be licensed as a broker, associate broker, or salesperson. Question 5. All of the following statements are true regarding a vacancy or term of a commissioner, except that the 1. Length of service for each term that a commissioner serves is 4 years. 2. Terms of the commission members are staggered. 3. Terms of all commissioners begin in June 1. 4. Secretary of Labor, Licensing, and Regulation may remove members of the Commission for incompetence or misconduct. Answer. 4. The Governor, not the Secretary, has the authority to remove the Commission members for cause. The term is 4 years and the terms are staggered. All terms begin in June 1. Question 6. If a vacancy occurs on the Real Estate Commission, regardless of cause, the replacement member appointed shall serve 1. For the rest of the original term and until a qualified successor is appointed. 2. For a new 4-year term minus the months since the last June, if any. 3. For a new 4-year term starting with the month of appointment. 4. Until next June 1. Answer. 1. The replacement member may serve for the rest of the term and until a qualified successor is appointed. Question 7. The chairman of the Real Estate Commission is 1. Solely appointed by the Governor. 2. Appointed by the Executive Director of the Real Estate Commission. 3. Nominated by the Commissioners and appointed by the Secretary of Labor, Licensing, and Regulation. 4. Elected from among the Commission members annually. Answer. 4. The chairman of the Real Estate Commission is elected annually from among the commission members. Question 8. When a complaint is lodged against a licensee, the results of the investigation of the complaint will be considered by a hearing board that consists of 1. At least 5 commissioners. 2. The professional members of the commission only. 3. At least 1 professional commissioner, 1 consumer commissioner, and a third commissioner, either professional or consumer. 4. The entire commission. Answer. 3. A hearing board must consist of at least 3 members, 1 professional commissioner, 1 consumer commissioner, and a third commissioner of either type. The entire commission is not required to act as a hearing board, except to hear a complaint that had been dismissed but recalled for review within 30 days, at the request of a member of the commission. Question 9. The decision of a hearing board. 1. Is final and may not be appealed. 2. Is not final until approved by the full commission. 3. Is final and therefore may be appealed. 4. May be appealed until it is final. Answer. 1. No appeal is permitted until a final decision is made. The decision of a hearing board is final, meaning it may then be appealed. Question 10. When the Maryland Real Estate Commission sends a copy of a complaint against the Guarantee Fund, based on actions of a salesperson and requests a written response, the 1. Salesperson and the salesperson's broker must respond in writing to the Commission within 20 days. 2. Only the salesperson must respond in writing to the Commission within 20 days. 3. Only the broker must respond in writing within 15 days. 4. Broker and salesperson must both respond within 15 days. Answer. 1. The Commission requests that the broker and the salesperson respond in writing to the Commission within 10 days. However, General Regulation 16 states that failure to respond within 20 days of receipt of any written inquiries may be treated by the Commission as a violation of 17-322, b. 25. The 20-day requirement is enforced. Question 11. If a complaint is dismissed and not referred for investigation. 1. The Executive Director may file an exception to dismissal within 20 days. 2. The complainant may file an exception to dismissal within 15 days. 3. Any member of the Commission may file an exception to the dismissal within 30 days. 4. That decision is final. Answer. 3. Any member of the Commission may file an exception to the dismissal within 30 days. The entire Commission decides whether to refer for investigation or dismiss again. Question 12. A complainant is dismissed and then a Commissioner files an exception. The full Commission then reviews the complaint. If the complaint is dismissed a second time, the decision 1. May be appealed to the full Commission. 2. May be appealed to the Executive Director of the Real Estate Commission. 3. Is considered final, with no other recourse, because it has been considered once, an exception filed, and dismissed again by the full Commission. 4. Is considered final and may be appealed to the appropriate court. Answer. 4. When the decision is considered final, it may be appealed to the appropriate court. Question 13. When a complaint is referred for an investigation, what must take place before a hearing is held? 1. The Executive Director must give 10 days notice to the licensee by regular courier to appear for a hearing. 2. Proper notice must be delivered 10 days prior to the hearing personally or by certified mail to the broker or to the broker of the licensee against whom the action is contemplated. 3. The broker is notified of the hearing at least 20 days before the hearing and must notify the licensee against whom the action is contemplated. 4. The broker and the licensee must be notified within 15 days prior to the hearing by certified mail. Answer. 2. Notice must be served on the broker of the affiliate at least 10 days prior to a hearing. The notice is served personally or by certified mail. Question 14. If proper notice has been given to the licensee against whom action is contemplated, and that licensee fails to appear for the hearing, which of the following is true? 1. The Commission may hear and determine the case. 2. The failure to appear is considered culpability by default and the Commission assesses whatever it deems an appropriate penalty. 3. The Commission must determine the case based on the evidence before them and issue a determination. 4. The case will be postponed indefinitely. Answer. 1. The Commission may hear and determine the case based on the facts presented at the hearing. Guilt or innocence is not determined automatically based on a licensee's failure to appear. Question 15. The decision of the hearing board. 1. Is sent to the full Commission for disposition and penalty phase. 2. Is submitted to the Executive Director for implementation. 3. Is sent to the Chairperson of the Commission for final sign-off. 4. Shall be considered the final decision of the Commission. Answer. 4. The decision of the hearing board shall be considered the final decision of the full Commission and may not be appealed further to the Commission. However, the case may be appealed to an appropriate court. Question 16. If a hearing has been held and a determination made, a licensee or complainant may 1. Appeal to the Circuit Court of Maryland. 2. Appeal to the full Commission. 3. Appeal to the Executive Director of the Real Estate Commission. 4. Any of the above. Answer. 1. A party aggrieved by the decision of the hearing board, which is considered the final decision of the Commission, may appeal to the Circuit Court of Maryland. Question 17. The Commission would likely order summary suspension of a licensee for failure to 1. Identify himself or herself as a licensee when selling his or her own house. 2. Deposit earnest money within 48 hours. 3. Account promptly for any funds held in trust. 4. Respond in the required time to a Commission inquiry regarding a complaint. Answer. 3. Failure to promptly account for any trust funds can result in suspension of a license prior to a hearing. All other answers are infractions that may result in such disciplinary action, by the Commission as suspension or revocation of license, and or a fine of up to $5,000 per violation. Question 18. If the hearing board has made a final decision and a person aggrieved by that decision makes a proper appeal, the decision 1. May be stayed by the Circuit Court only upon the licensee posting a bond of any amount up to $50,000. 2. Can only be reversed by the full Commission. 3. May not be appealed as the decision of the hearing board is final. 4. May only be appealed if bond of up to $50,000 is posted. Answer. 1. Only a final decision may be appealed. The decision of a hearing board is considered the decision of the full Commission, and is final. The decision may be appealed to the Circuit Court, and the court may stay suspension or revocation only if bond set by the court in an amount up to $50,000 is posted. Question 19. When service of process is made on the Executive Director of the Commission concerning an out-of-state licensee, what other step must be taken and by whom? 1. The Commission must mail a copy of the complaint to the licensee. 2. The State Attorney for the Department of Labor, License, and Regulation shall mail by certified mail a copy to the licensee's broker of record. 3. The person filing shall submit a copy of the filing to the Commission and send a copy by certified mail, written receipt requested, to the principal office of the person against whom the action is directed. 4. The chairperson of the Real Estate Commission shall send a copy to the full commission, to the broker of record of the licensee giving rise to the claim, and to the claimant. Answer. 3. The person filing shall, 1. Submit a copy of the filing to the Commission and, 2. Send a copy by certified mail, return receipt requested, to the principal office of the person against whom the action is directed. Question 20. The maximum claim that can be paid out of the guarantee fund is 1. $2,500. 2. $50,000. 3. $250,000, and can only be paid for actual losses. 4. There is no maximum, but money from the guarantee fund may be paid only for actual losses. Punitive damages, lawyers' fees, or court fees may not be paid. Answer. 2. The maximum amount that may be paid from the guarantee fund, $50,000, can be paid only for actual damages. Punitive damages or lawyer or court fees may not be paid, nor may real estate commissions. Question 21. Which of the following statements concerning the real estate commission is false? 1. 2/3 of the members must be present in order to meet and pass regulations. 2. The commission shall meet at least once a month. 3. A member of the public is entitled to be heard on any matter, within the jurisdiction of the Commission, at a meeting of the Commission if the public member gives reasonable notice to the Commission. 4. A quorum is a majority of the members serving on the Commission. Answer. 1. 2/3 of the Commission are not required to meet and transact business. A majority of the members serving on the Commission is a quorum. Question 22. How is the position of Executive Director of the Real Estate Commission filled? 1. The Executive Director is appointed by the Real Estate Commission. 2. The Commission Chairperson appoints the Executive Director from a list of 3 nominations made by the other Commissioners. 3. The Governor appoints the Executive Director with the advice of the Secretary of Labor, Licensing, and Regulation. 4. The Secretary of Labor, Licensing, and Regulation appoints the Executive Director from among 3 nominations submitted by the Commission. Answer. 4. The Secretary of Labor, Licensing, and Regulation, appoints as Executive Director one of 3 nominees submitted by the Commission. Question 23. All of the following are qualifications of the Executive Director except that he or she 1. Should devote full time to the duties of the office. 2. Should possess a broad knowledge of generally accepted practices in the real estate business in Maryland. 3. Should be reasonably well informed of the general laws that govern agency and contracts for the conveyance or leasing of real estate. 4. Must hold a broker's or associate broker's license. Answer. 4. The Executive Director may not be licensed in any state as a real estate broker, associate broker, or salesperson. The Executive Director should be full-time, possess a broad knowledge of real estate, and be reasonably well informed of the general agency and contracts laws concerning real estate. Question 24. Which of the following are covered by surety bonds? 1. Full Real Estate Commission. 2. Only the Chairman of the Real Estate Commission. 3. Both the Chairman of the Real Estate Commission and the Executive Director. 4. Only the Executive Director. Answer. 3. The Chairman of the Real Estate Commission and the Executive Director are covered by surety bonds. Question 25. All of the following are true regarding the Executive Director except that he or she 1. Serves at the pleasure of the Secretary of Labor, Licensing, and Regulation. 2. Is compensated in accordance with the state budget. 3. May not engage in any act for which a license is required under Title 17 of the Business, Occupations, and Professions in the Annotated Code of Maryland. 4. Receives travel reimbursement according to the per mile allowance of the IRS code. Answer. 4. The executive director is reimbursed for expenses under the standard state travel regulations, as provided in the state budget. Question 26. Using its enforcement powers, the Commission may 1. Hold hearings and administer oaths. 2. Issue a subpoena for the attendance of a witness to testify or for the production of evidence. 3. Seek an injunction against a non-licensed member of the public illegally providing brokerage service. 4. All of the above. Answer. 4. The Commission has all the powers shown. Question 27. All of the following are requirements to make complaint to the Commission against a licensee except that the complaint 1. Give the title and section of the Code of Maryland alleged to have been violated. 2. Be in writing. 3. State specifically the facts on which the complaint is based. 4. Be filed with the Commission. Answer. 1. Citing the title and section of the Code of Maryland is not a requirement for filing a complaint against a licensee. Question 28. The chairperson of a real estate hearing board. 1. Must be a professional member. 2. Must be a consumer member. 3. Is appointed by the other 2 members. 4. Is appointed by the Commission. Answer. 4. The chairperson of a hearing board panel is appointed by the Commission and may be either a consumer or a professional member. Question 29. What is the maximum penalty the Commission may impose on a licensee who violates its general regulations? 1. A fine not to exceed $5,000. 2. A fine not to exceed $2,000 and 1 year imprisonment. 3. Suspension or revocation of license and or a fine not to exceed $5,000. 4. Suspension of license. Answer. 3. The Commission cannot send anyone to prison but may suspend or revoke the license, and or fine the licensee as much as $5,000 per violation. Question 30. A salesperson engaged in activities that constitute violations of the Maryland Fair Housing Law, including blockbusting and discrimination on the basis of disability. The salesperson also cashed a $25,000 earnest money check from a prospective buyer and used the proceeds to buy a new car. The salesperson's employing broker was unaware of all of these activities. What is the impact on the salesperson's broker when the salesperson's violations are brought to the attention of the Real Estate Commission? 1. The employing broker may have his or her license suspended, or revoked for failing to provide reasonable and adequate supervision of a licensee. 2. The salesperson's employing broker will be required to pay any fine imposed against the salesperson out of his or her own personal funds. 3. The salesperson's actions are legally the responsibility of the employing broker, who will be subject to the same disciplinary action as the salesperson regardless of whether or not he or she knew the violations had occurred. 4. The salesperson's employing broker will be held liable for the Human Rights Act violations only. Answer. 1. Brokers are required to provide reasonable and adequate supervision over their affiliates, and may therefore be subject to license suspension, revocation, or some other disciplinary action, in cases where their salespersons engage in behavior that violates the licensing law. Question 31. A housing discrimination charge must be filed with the State of Maryland Commission on Human Relations within 1. 6 months, 2. 1 year, 3. 2 years, 4. 30 days. Answer. 2. A person has 1 year to file a complaint with the State of Maryland Commission on Human Relations. The complaint must be in writing and made under oath. Question 32. On May 1, a broker is convicted in a court of law of real estate trust fund violations. The conviction is final and the appeal period has expired. The Real Estate Commission 1. Must hold a hearing within 30 days to review the court evidence. 2. May summarily revoke the license of the broker, after giving proper notice of the revocation, and allowing for a hearing after the revocation has become effective. 3. Must suspend the license of the broker, but allow for a hearing. 4. Must hold a hearing before any action may be taken. Answer. 2. The Real Estate Commission may summarily revoke the license of the broker, upon proper notice and allowing for a hearing after the effective date of the revocation. Question 33. Developers of Maryland timeshares must register with the 1. Executive Director of the Maryland Real Estate Commission. 2. Chairperson of the Maryland Real Estate Commission. 3. Maryland Real Estate Commission. 4. Secretary of Labor, Licensing, and Regulation. Answer. 3. A timeshare developer must register with the Maryland Real Estate Commission. Question 34. A timeshare developer is required to make annual reports until the developer has sold more than 175%, 249%, 325%, 424%. Answer. 1. A timeshare developer must make annual reports until the developer owns less than 25% of the timeshare project. The developer who has sold more than 75% will then own less than 25%. Question 35. If there is a dispute about a commission between two cooperating realtor brokers, the brokers should 1. Apply to the Real Estate Commission for arbitration. 2. Apply to the Maryland State Attorney for relief or arbitration. 3. Apply to the Executive Director for binding arbitration. 4. Submit the dispute for arbitration to their respective boards or associations of realtors. Answer. 4. The realtor brokers may submit the dispute for arbitration to the respective board or association of realtors. Question 36. The Real Estate Commission has authority to do all of the following except 1. Increase fees for real estate licenses, renewals, and other services not more than 12.5% annually. 2. Authorize funds to be disbursed from the Guarantee Fund to reimburse members of the public for losses due to embezzlement or fraud by its licensees. 3. After a proper disciplinary hearing, assess a licensee as much as $5,000 for violations of the Commission's general regulations and suspend or revoke the licensee's license. 4. After a proper guarantee fund hearing, approve reimbursement to a member of the public defrauded by a licensee in an amount of not more than $25,000, plus reasonable attorney fees and court costs. Answer. 4. Attorney fees and court costs may not be reimbursed, only actual financial damages. The other statements are true. Question 37. Which of the following individuals may properly seek reimbursement from the Guarantee Fund? 1. A purchaser whose earnest money was embezzled by a licensed salesperson representing the purchaser in acquiring a building lot in Pennsylvania. 2. The husband of a licensee who was defrauded by that licensee. 3. The executor of an estate of a decedent seeking reimbursement for money embezzled the decedent's brother, an associate broker licensee. 4. One of the members of a limited partnership of investors who was defrauded by a broker licensee. Answer. 3. Family members other than spouses, or the estates of spouses, defrauded by, or victims of embezzlement by, a licensee may be considered for reimbursement from the Guarantee Fund. Transactions involving investment groups and land in a state other than Maryland are excluded from Guarantee Fund protection. Question 38. Which of the following misdeeds by a Maryland licensee or employee of a licensee is not reimbursed from the guarantee fund? 1. Forgery. 2. Steering. 3. Embezzlement. 4. Fraud. Answer. 2. All the misdeeds listed except steering are reimbursable. This is true even though the discriminatory act may have caused the purchasers to lose money because of certain delays or other obstacles to their transaction. Steering is a violation of law but not one for which guarantee fund reimbursement is available. Question 39. If the license of a licensee is suspended or revoked, notice of that action is sent to which of the following? 1. The licensee. 2. The broker of record for an affiliate. 3. The Maryland Association of Realtors, the local realtor body, and any realtist organization in the area of the licensee's office. 4. All of the above. Answer. 4. Notice of the license suspension is sent to the licensee, the broker of record, and all realtor/realtist organizations. Question 40. Who keeps the guarantee fund up to its required minimum reserves and administers its use? 1. The Secretary of Labor, Licensing, and Regulation. 2. The Executive Director of the Real Estate Commission. 3. The Real Estate Commission. 4. The Maryland Association of Realtors. Answer. 3. The Real Estate Commission is responsible to maintain the guarantee fund at a level of at least $250,000. Question 41. The minimum level at which the guarantee fund must be maintained is 1. $25,000. 2. $250,000. 3. $1 million. 4. $2.5 million. Answer. 2. The Commission must maintain the guarantee fund at a minimum of $250,000. Question 42. If the guarantee fund falls below the minimum level, what must be done and by whom? 1. The Executive Director must levy the licensees a sufficient amount to bring the fund up to the minimum level. 2. The Secretary of Labor, Licensing, and Regulation borrows from the general fund and the borrowed amount must be repaid by the Real Estate Commission with at least 10% interest. 3. The Commission enacts a statute to borrow from the general fund to replenish the guarantee fund its minimum amount. 4. The Commission assesses each real estate licensee an amount sufficient to bring the guarantee fund to its minimum level. Answer. 4. The Commission may assess each real estate broker, associate broker, and salesperson licensee an amount sufficient to bring the fund up to its minimum level of $250,000. Question 43. If a licensee causes a claim to be paid out of the 1. Fined $5,000 for each violation and the licensee must pay the guarantee fund back. 2. Revoked. 3. Automatically suspended, and the licensee required to reimburse the guarantee fund the amount paid out plus at least 10% interest. 4. Revoked and the licensee must pay a penalty of $2,000 for each violation, and post a bond of up to at least $50,000. Answer. 3. Upon payment from the guarantee fund, the license of the licensee giving rise to the payment is automatically suspended. The guarantee fund must be reimbursed the claim amount with at least 10% interest. Question 44. Who has the authority to issue a proposed order to settle claims against the guarantee fund? 1. Only the Executive Director of the Real Estate Commission. 2. The Real Estate Commission. 3. Only a hearing board who has reviewed the information or evidence that has been submitted. 4. The Secretary of Labor, Licensing, and Regulation. Answer. 2. The Commission may issue a proposed order that proposes a solution to the affected parties. Question 45. What is the maximum claim amount for which a proposed order may be made? 1. $2,500. 2. $5,000. 3. $25,000. 4. $50,000. Answer. 2. The proposed order is for claims of $5,000 or less. Question 46. Of the following individuals, who may not make a claim against the guarantee fund? 1. Members of the public because the fund is only for realtors. 2. Members of the Maryland Association of Realtors because the fund is only for the public. 3. Any member of a country or local board, e.g., Montgomery County Association of Realtors, because the fund is only for the public. 4. A spouse or the unlicensed employee of the licensee who gave rise to the claim or the personal representative of the spouse of the licensee. Answer. 4. The spouse of the licensee or the unlicensed employee, if that employee is alleged to be responsible for the claim, or the personal representative of the spouse of the licensee or the personal representative of unlicensed employee if alleged to have given rise to the claim, may not make a claim against the guarantee fund. Question 47. A licensed insurance salesman is also a licensed real estate salesperson. This person used a client's insurance premium to pay for his real estate license instead of the intended insurance. He was found to be in violation of the Insurance Commission regulation by a court of law and his insurance license was revoked. What action may the Real Estate Commission take regarding his real estate license? 1. None. The two commissions are totally separate. 2. The Real Estate Commission must automatically revoke the person's real estate license. 3. The Real Estate Commission may summarily suspend the person's license. 4. The Real Estate Commission must hold a hearing to determine if any real estate law or regulations have been violated. Answer. 3. The keyword is may. The Real Estate Commission is not required to do anything but may summarily revoke for failure to account for any money held in trust. Question 48. Who of the following is required to hold a real estate license to be compensated for acts of real estate brokerage? 1. A lawyer who is not engaged regularly in the business of providing real estate brokerage services. 2. An officer of a lender's trust department who sells real estate owned by the lender due to foreclosures. 3. The relative of a licensee who finds property for the licensee to list and receives a small fee for his or her help. 4. A salesperson who sells a business, such as a deli, with no real property holdings. Answer. 3. The relative who provides referrals must be licensed to receive a referral fee. A lawyer who is not engaged regularly in the business of providing real estate brokerage services is exempt from the license law, as is an officer of a bank's trust department in the sale of foreclosed real estate the bank has taken title to. A real estate license is not required for a business broker who sells no real property. Question 49. All of the following are requirements for a real estate salesperson's license except that an applicant 1. Submit a credit report. 2. Be at least 18 years old. 3. Has successfully completed a basic course in real estate approved by the Commission. 4. Pass an examination required by the Commission. Answer. 1. An applicant does not have to submit a credit report. The applicant must be at least 18 years old, have successfully completed an approved basic real estate course, and have passed the examination given by the Commission. Question 50. An unlicensed individual who engages in activities for which a real estate license is required is subject to which of the following penalties? 1. A fine not to exceed $2,000. 2. A fine not to exceed $1,000 and 1 year imprisonment. 3. A fine not to exceed $5,000 and or up to 1 year in prison. 4. A civil penalty not to exceed $5,000 and a mandatory prison term of 1 year. Answer. 3. A court could impose a fine of up to $5,000 and, or a jail sentence of up to a year, upon finding a person guilty of performing an act of real estate brokerage, without a license when that person was required to have one. Imprisonment for a particular length of time is not mandatory. Thank you for watching.